Are you guys ready for fall? Because guess what? I'm gonna be customizing some shoes that are gonna be fall themed. So stay tuned if you guys want to know how to do that. Here's the thing. Today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to customize some shoes, any form of material. So there's that, except for one, because I don't know how to do that. But yeah, regardless, there's that. Okay, so here's the thing. You probably have some Air Force Ones laying around that they're dirty as hell, or you went to a thrift store and you found some Air Force Ones, or you just bought some. I'll show you guys how to paint those. So here's the thing. So the first thing I gotta do is you gotta remove the laces. That's the first thing you gotta do. If you buy some new ones, or you have some older ones, or whatever, the dirty as hell, remove the laces first, and that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna be doing with these shoes. So now that you got the laces already completely, removed, now what you want to do is you want to clean your shoes. Now, if you already have shoes that are brand new, you can just skip this. Obviously, your shoes are brand new. You don't really need to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and clean these dirty ass shoes. Okay, so I got my shoes kind of cleaned. They're kind of clean, right? Now, if you guys are curious about what products I use to clean my shoes, I actually use these Sotos or something like that. You can get these things at Walmart. It cleans it very well. So at this point, what you guys are noticing is that there is this yellows on the sole. Now, in order to remove that, one thing you need to do is get some of these Salon Care 40 cream. It looks like this. As you can see, you can get these things at Sally's and stuff like that. And then you have to put it on with the paintbrush, stuff like that. And then get some Saran wrap, which I have right here. It's a brand called Glad. And it looks like this. And just wrap it around it and then put it out in the sun for like 30 minutes to 20. So there's that's what you need to do, and it will brighten this thing up a little bit. Depending on how much, it will brighten up a little bit more, and it does work. But I'm not gonna be doing it to mine, because mine I'm gonna paint it. So there's that, and this goes to my other I'm gonna paint it, right? And this goes to my other thing, is that now what we're gonna do with this shoe, since I'm not gonna paint that, we need to remove the factory finisher, because every single shoe does have a factory finisher. So when you get dirt on it or stain, you can easily clean it up. That's why it's there, and basically finalize the paint. So we need to remove that. Okay, so in order to remove the factory finisher, we need to use some acetone. Now, there are 3 ways that you guys can get acetone. One is that this brand called Angelus Paint, they sell this thing called Deglazer. You can buy that. The other thing is that you can go to Walmart or any other store and buy something like this. This right here, it says Professional Nail Polish Remover 100% Pure Acetone. They do have much more bigger bottle, but I get the smaller ones because I rarely custom my shoes. This costs me around $1. You'll get this in the nail polisher section, with the nails. If you don't feel comfortable with doing that, you can get the Angelus Paint one. Or if you feel like you're not going to be customizing more shoes, you can always go to Home Depot and buy the one that is like this aluminum big tank that looks like paint thinner, something like that. So the way I'm going to be using this to put on here, I'm going to be using these cotton balls right here, and that's how I'm going to be removing the entire, finisher. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, once you guys use this, you're probably going to get a little bit, looks like a dirt or whatever. That's the way it is. And you only want to use this on parts that you are going to paint. Because if you're going to have certain parts that are going to be white, you really don't need to remove it because you're not going to paint that. So there's that. So just do it to parts that you want. Basically, if you want the Nike swoosh to be white, then you're just not going to paint it on, you're just not going to use acetone on it. So there's that. And also, when it comes to fabric and suede, you don't need to use acetone. This is only for leather. Now that you got done removing the factory finish, now it's time to start painting. Now, the paint that I'm going to be using is this one right here. It's called Angelus Paint. I have like accumulated a set of them. This, by the way, this is the IKEA, from the Skita system. I put it there, it looks like it fits. So that's what I'm gonna be using. Now there are a lot of like companies out there that do make paints for leather and different types of material, but Angelus paint for me, it tends to be the one that has more variety when it comes to color. Now here's the thing, if you are going to be painting any form of fabric material, any form of fabric and also denim, you will need to mix this leather paint with this one right here called two-tone softener. It looks like this. It is what it is. Like it is leather paint, but once you put it with this, it becomes a two-tone softener. Now, before I start painting this, the first thing I need to do is start designing how I'm gonna paint this shoe. Okay, so this is the shoe that I'm thinking about painting. These two are basically the Air Force Ones XXL Toasty or something like that. These are pretty cool shoes. These do have like the material on them. It's kind of like fabric or something like that. It's really nice. They cost like around 100, something like that. It is cheaper, but at the same time, because I wanted it to be fall theme, same time I like these ones and these ones. So I'm gonna basically these are the ones that I like, and these ones are a different shoe. Also these ones. So I am thinking about it. So mix match with a lot of these colors. This pull tab on the back, or this tab, might make it brown because I feel like that could be really good. But then also this part, I want to make it cream. Now tips that I want to give you guys when you're painting your shoe is that one, when you're going to be painting your shoes, by the way, I'm using this type of style. It's an angle type of brush. Is that you want to paint the top coat of it first. Like for instance, like this one is right here, right? This one is on top. So you want to paint this one first, and then you paint this one because it makes things a lot easier. Also, when you're painting leather, you also might want to mix it with this thing called Duller. And this basically what it does is just dulls the paint. Makes it look like, it kind of makes it look less shiny and stuff like that. So there's that. And then also, if you are going to be painting on a black shoe, which you can do that, and you want the color to be more vibrant, you will need to paint them first with a few coats of white, that design, and then start add your color, because black is very dark. That's why sometimes if the majority of the shoe you're going to paint is going to be a bright color, but then some of it is going to be black, then get a white shoe, paint the majority of that color, and then the part that you want to be black, just paint it black. So if you're going to be doing flames right here, all the way right here, get a white shoe, paint flames right here, and then the rest should paint it black. You know what I mean? So yeah, so there's that. Now if you want to paint suede, right, what you need to do is buy this thing called suede dye, right? It's a little bit more expensive, but that one's geared towards suede, because that material, suede material, is very delicate. And if you actually use actual paint, you might get the actual leather paint or something like that. The material is going to end up, when it gets dry, it's getting more stiff. So if you don't want that, I recommend suede dye. And then also suede dye, the bottle, it looks like a dye, like an ink dye. And also the way that you apply it is that usually when you buy it, it will come with a stick and a sponge on top of it. And that's the way you'll end up painting it. You just paint it like straight out. Wait until it gets dry, and that's it. Right? It's kind of like a dye or something like that. I don't think you need to put a factory finisher. I don't think so, because it is suede. But that's how you end up doing suede. But make sure you clean it before you put the suede on. I'm just saying that. Now when it comes to patent leather, I believe it's the same idea as painting leather, but just don't give it like don't put a Duller on it or something like that. So there's that, because I have painted some shoes without the Duller and ended up being very glossy, but I'm not so sure. I'll put a video from Angelus Paint. They basically they painted some Jordan 11s, and they had like that little what's it called, the little patent leather. So I'm gonna link that below so you guys can be more educated, because I'm not sure about patent leather, because I never painted patent leather. So I just got done painting the shoe. I didn't film it just because I thought it was just gonna be kind of boring watching me paint this shoe. Maybe in my next video I might film me doing that, because I'm just gonna paint this shoe, and also I'm teaching you guys, you know, how you guys can paint, like the materials and the things you need in order to like be able to paint shoes in your own, you know, a shoe. You probably want to paint it the colors that you guys want. So I'm gonna show you guys two different versions. I painted this, as you guys see, it looks like this, but then I also painted this one right here, which this is the one I might have to like, I mean, this is the one that I actually really do like, and this is the one that I might go ahead and repaint it on this one. So this one, I kind of got the idea of the fragments, Jordan 1 Travis Scott's, and then also the what's it called, the dark mochas, and then also fall as in like the season fall, because this one, as you guys see, the inside black swoosh exactly like the fragment 1 Travis Scott's, and so there's that, and also like there is this black right here, this matte black, you know, so there's that, and also on this side has this cream, and this one is white, but then this one is brown, black, brown. That, I mean, first of all, the color blocking, this one being black and then this one being brown, similar to the fragments, but then also the dark mochas are that, you know, and then also I add these orange thing to symbolize fall, and I really do like it. I think they came up really look good, right? So there's that. This one right here does have the brown, it's a little more shinier. I don't know if you can see that, but that's by design, because when you get that color, okay, that brown color, brown leather Angelus paint, paint on this is gonna have that shine to it, unless you had a duller. I don't have it. I mean, I had a duller, but I ran out, so I need to buy more. But I want to get this video done, and so it's that. And also the black is actually a flat black, so it's already kind of dull, and I really do like it. But this is the one that is kind of finished. Looks like this, you know. The one thing I will do with this one is that I'll paint this one black. This brown that I painted, I'm also gonna paint it black, and this color tone right here, I'm just gonna reverse this. Yeah. So there's that, right? And that's basically how you paint shoes, right? It's pretty simple. At this point, what I want to do right now, at this point, once I get done painting it, you know, you might want to like wait until it gets dry and just look at it to see if you miss any areas and give it another coat of paint. If you are painting something, and if it's a white shoe and you want to paint it like a darker tone, that way you don't have to do as much coats. But if you were gonna paint it like a lighter color, you might have to give a few coats more. But you really want to take a look at it once it's all dry to see if you miss any areas, just so you can get it semi-perfect, because nothing's perfect. And then once everything gets dried, right? Also, if you're painting this and you want this to get done like that day, you might want to use either a blow dryer or a heat gun, so you can dry like quicker. But then you want to paint over those, just look at these areas, and then you want to start putting the factory finish on it again. And here's a photo so you guys can see how like different factory finish. There's a matte finish, there's a matte finish, there's also I forgot which other type of finishers there is, but you can see the photo, there's that, and all these are from Angelus paint, right? You just get it, a little bit goes a long way, put it all over the shoe, wait until it gets dry. Once it gets dry, should be good to go. To me, I am gonna put some of that, but first I do want to turn the shoe into this, right? So there's that, right? So also, if you guys want to paint this inside right here, we can use the what's it called, two-tone softener with the leather. You can just paint it that way because this is kind of like a fabric. But then also you can get the suede dye, like I said earlier. You can get that, and you can actually paint this side if you guys want. About it. Hope you guys learned something in this video. I just feel like I needed to mention this video. I don't know, because to me, I do like the idea of painting shoes, even though it could get expensive.